Hello, 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 and welcome to PrivateEnglishPortal.com. My name is Steve, and you've come to a new video series. It's called Business Question of the Week. Probably you're familiar with Peppy Question of the Week, but hey, I'm dressed a little differently. Okay, now I'm the guy in the suit and tie. Okay, I'm still your teacher, but now I'm doing the business end of things. And I had a lot of emails requesting that I address the business English, and I said, what the heck, why not? So here we are, and I've got an email here from Jacob from Israel, and his question is he would like to know the do's and the don'ts of doing a job interview in English. Well, first of all, thank you, Jacob, for your question. And I'm going to give you a really fast answer because, as we know in the business world, time is money, right? And what I will tell you are two things regarding the do's and the don'ts. The first thing is that it is quite common in a job interview that one of the starting questions to kind of break the ice and bring you closer together with the interviewer, okay, and you are the interviewee, right? Is they will many times ask, tell me a bit about yourself, okay? Now, of course, when they're asking that in an interview, they won't be as smiley as your teacher is here. I can kind of put on that more serious face, maybe. Tell me a bit about yourself, okay? And your answer to that for the don'ts would be the following.
Sure. In grade 7, I was great at writing. And at that same time, I had a cousin. And his father was a journalist. So because I had a crush on him, you know, I kind of wanted to become a journalist to just to be closer to him. And mostly that was the first time I thought about becoming a journalist. And then, after that, things were, happening, going, and here I am.
Okay, so that is the kind of answer that you don't want to give. You don't want to give too much information. You don't want to go too much into detail. Keep it short. Keep it short and sweet, okay, as they say. And that way, not only are you not giving too much information away about yourself, okay, telling what, maybe what you like to do when you're a child or something like that, you want to keep it very short and straight to the point, okay? So even with the information regarding your professional career, you want to keep that short and you want to keep that very straight to the point, okay? That's something I'm sure, as you know, in the business world, everything is fast, 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 and we want to keep things very straightforward. Okay, so that is something very important to focus on. And here is the do. Okay, here are one of the do's for that same. Tell me a bit about yourself. Okay.
Sure. Since I finished my master's degree, I started working for the New York Times. And that was a great experience. I've learned a lot with them. After that, I went to South America and Africa as a special correspondent for the Washington Post, and that was also a very, very important experience in my career. So now I'm back to the United States.
Okay, so that is the kind of style you want to use, the approach you want to get your information across in a very efficient and very kind of cut and dry manner. Okay. Now, the second part of Jacob's question is, what would you consider being your weakness, okay, or your weak point? Okay. This is a question which comes up in a job interview time and time again. Okay. And once again, I'm saying it with a smiley face, but it would definitely be said in a more probably serious kind of setting. And here's the don't, one of the don'ts for answering that question.
My weaknesses? I don't have any. I don't think I ever had any. Maybe once, one of my bosses, he told me that I was very, very unorganized, but this was his opinion because, you know, my desk was always a mess, but it was the kind of mess that I could understand. So I think that's good enough.
Okay, so you want to try and avoid giving an answer like the one you just saw. You want to give an answer which is, let's say, it's still straightforward, it's still honest, but at the same time, it's, I don't want to say evasive, but let's say politically correct. Okay, so a great typical answer for what would you consider to be one of your weaknesses would be the following. This is one of the do's.
My weaknesses? Well, my previous employers always told me not to worry too much, not to work too much, because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. So I always forget to take some time for myself and for my family. And they all complained a little bit about that. They said, I can become stressed out, so that's it. I need to learn how to relax.
Okay, so that one was a great answer. Okay, that's the kind of answer you want to give in a job interview. Okay, you want to show that you have a kind of sense of defining yourself. Okay, but at the same time, you don't want to knock yourself down, right? You don't want to be your own worst critic. Okay, so that's a way that you can show that you're able to analyze yourself, but at the same time, you're always putting yourself in a higher position, a position of advantage. Okay, and that is the bottom line in all of this in the job interview. You want to be in a position of advantage where you are marketing yourself in the best way possible. Okay? Okay, so Jacob, I hope that answers your question, and I look forward to the next business question of the week next week. Bye-bye.